and move back to depth of field, Windows Outliner and perspective. As always, make sure that you are using values that you like, and we should all come with images that are similar but different. Display, because what the point to do exactly what I'm doing, you could just copy and save my render and call it yours. If you do exactly the same stuff I'm doing, by all means take my render and call it yours. Just go ahead and do your own based off what I'm showing you. Display, what I was talking about, I was talking about making the depth of field, right? Correct. But what we want to do is find out the distance from that door, or from that one here. That would be good. That would be the center mass to the camera. That's why we'll go into display, head-up display, and we look for, not for poly count, but we look for object detail, and it tells us that it's roughly 6388. Correct. Then window outliner and perspective, and we turn on again the bokeh, and it was 63888. 6388. Perspective, redshift bokeh, 6.388. Okay. Obviously, you could create what do you call that? You could create you could drag and drop, probably. No, you could not drag and drop, but you could create an expression that will drive that based on a locator, but I'm too lazy to do it, and for my still render I don't need to. That's why for now we keep it this way, and I just type it manually. Let's go IPR. Obviously it is too dark, and need to be like maybe 0.4. 0.4 might be too strong. Let's keep it 0.3. Let's turn on the photographic exposure. We have the white point here that is turned on. It's actually darker or brighter. The vignetting might be a little bit too strong. Here you see what happened. Let's take it there. And let's do a test render. Let's see if we crush the black. Too strong. What happened? No. Way too strong. I do not like that. I do not like that. And let's add a little bit of overexposure for that area in the back here. So, and the white point, if we turn it more to really white, what happened? It's turning more to the yellow. That's why we should go back to the slightly bluish. Or this, yeah, here. I think it is interesting. We will do two more things. One, we will do another test render. You remember I did lower the value of everything, and we will see what we get. We'll be pausing the video for now. So you remember I did take the value down from 64,512 to 64,128, and obviously my render is going way faster, but then I pay the price with, here I get a moire effect, I get more noise, but for the test that I'm about to do, it's perfect. It's fine enough, and my render time will be like probably like 3 minutes at most. Another stuff I need to check, it's like here, as you can see, I'm rendering only on one GeForce. Generally I render on two, but since I'm recording right now, I prefer to render only on one to make sure that I have enough system power to not be too slow or not crash. But this is okay on one. We will see what the render time is. In the meantime, just for fun, and again I might screw it up completely at this point, we will add common, it's not common, it's output. We will add atmosphere. Where is my atmosphere? I just did have it. Okay, atmosphere. Create redshift volume scattering. then I will make sure that my light, the headlight, are they talking to the volume? Are they contributing to the volume? No, they are not. Let's do only one first. This one I have a contributing of 1. And let's grab the volume and see what's going on. We will grab it from the Hypershade and go into utility, volume scattering, close Hypershade for now. My render is still going. I'm curious to see what the render time will be, and my render time is 354. As you can see, there's a big difference between before and now. That's why I prefer to have it slower, but have a final render. Let's see IP here now. What do the IP here tell us? Probably around the light. It's where we want to be. What's going on? We are scattering way too much. Attenuation. Let's take it down. And the scattering should be 0.2. Still too strong. 0.05. Let's see what's going on. 0.1. 0.01. Let's make the environment fog, not the fog, but the dust in the air, mostly toward orange, maybe. Let's see what does that give us. Let's remove the attenuation. That's what it gives us. Attenuation 10. Too strong. 2. 5. Give it 10, and let's give it more scattering. Way too strong. 0.03. So environment alpha enable was not good. It is okay. We are losing the environment, but do I really care? You know what? We will turn that off. And I have a way of getting it back if I really want it. You know what? If I really want the environment, we could do that. We could move the plane here. Rotate, move it from here, where is it? Here. Grab everything. That should work actually. I'm just curious, and again I'm doing everything in real time. It's not like I did really use the It's not like I did use a dome light together with the volumetric before, but you know, who is not trying will never succeed. Okay, you see, I got it back. What I do is I just realized that there must be some raycasting issue, and I could not get the light to shine through the volumetric, but somehow the ground plane was the ground plane that I have a shadow caster. And that's actually what I did. I just moved the ground plane behind, and it's doing exactly what I want. You know, sometimes it's just like, it's not about what you know, it's how do you do it, how do you react to issues, stuff that's not working the way you want. Where were we? We were looking at rendering editor, Hypershade, and let's grab utility volume. Let's move that one back here because we want to see what we are doing, and here let's move it again to see what's going on. And it is, oh, enable, sorry, we need to enable it. Way too strong. Here we will take it down to 0.3. It's actually giving us a nice atmosphere. Maybe 0.3 is still too strong, but we might be able to get it back through the light or through the camera. Let's go 0.2. Yes, better. And let's make sure that our other light, meaning physical headlight here, which is this one, yes, this one is a sphere, meaning it's the one, it's one of the headlight. Contribute to the volume, contribute to the volume. The problem with Redshift, it is good with proxy and instance, but not for light. Instance of light are not working yet. Will probably work in the future, I hope so. So now we have that, and let's see if we can adjust a little bit the camera exposure, rendering camera, and get something more interesting. And we will give the camera a value of let's see, photographic exposure, we will give it 3 here, and we should be able to get something brighter. It's always better to be too bright in a render as too dark. We can always darken a render and lose information, but we cannot really brighten a render that have been rendered too dark, because we cannot create those information in Photoshop or in any image editor software that you use to tweak your render. So I will say let's give us back decent value here. Output 512 was way too high, but 128 to 256, that should be good enough. 256 and 005. Now we will start a final render. That's what I will consider a final render. I might be wrong with my value, but I think I will have a render time that should be less than 10 minutes, even with the volumetric light. Remember, we have a shit ton of blurry reflection. We have 4 lights that are casting shadow like crazy. We have a dome light, we have a GI, and we have volumetric. We have a huge volumetric cloud. We will see what happens. And let's start the render. And my render time are now creeping up to 852, which is still not too bad if you think we have volumetric. I'm still not happy with the result. I want to tweak a little bit.